Okay, let's get this party started. Sunday afternoon, the Great White North. Push some paint around on this Venom portrait that I started on. Turn this on the stream with Jalen and Warner. On the stream with Jalen Warner on Wednesday. Well, did the rough sketch, the pencil sketch on the stream. Did that Photoshop, adjusted the. I was drawing it tilted, so the angle's got a little skew to it. So you can see his right side of the face is okay, but his left is a little skewed that way. So I took it into Photoshop, copied this part, flipped it over, and blended it in. Then printed that out and did a carbon transfer onto this, which is a little bit smaller. This is a marked at 5x7. Cleaned up some lines and yeah, doing some paint. Did the black underpainting on the stream on Friday with Sean Forney and Rodney Pike. They were having their Venom night, and I said, I gotta crash this night. Venom's my boy, so got some coffee here. Using a combination of Deco Art and Liquitex paints. A variety of brushes from cheap stuff to some mid-range stuff. Water, homemade Stay Wet palette, there's some Tupperware, Kleenex, not Kleenex, paper towels and parchment paper. And yeah, got some royalty-free music loops running in the background. Let's see what we can do here. That's gonna get annoying real fast. Let's get that off of there. Just gonna start with a very diluted wet wash, blue wash over the body, well, the head, and then do a red wash on the tongue and the inside of the mouth. You can try really hard to stay within the lines. Seems a little out of focus. I think that's the magic spot right there. There we go. Hopefully it stays that way. And yeah, trying to stay within the contour. I might leave this on pure white, or maybe just go like a neon orange at the end. I don't know. But for now, I'm going to try to stay within the general shape. So I really shouldn't have any white left over when I'm done with the washes. Even the eyes are going to be very light gray. Same with the teeth. Maybe I'll give them a very faded yellow. Haven't decided yet. So this one is like coloring book exercise. So just apply colors, the proper color to the area. If it's blue, I'll give it blue. If it's red, I'm gonna give it red. Pretty self-explanatory. working so wet will leave a bit of a texture on the paper, which is not great, but I'm going to paint over everything, so I'm not too worried about it right now. It's just the tone. Trying to use a larger brush here, so I don't need to dip as much, but it makes it a little harder to get the fine details, especially keeping the clean edges. So I might do the outside in a finer brush in a minute. I might have gone a little too dark with this shadow on top of his forehead, so I have to blend that out a little more with the washes. So now I'm just going to grab a finer brush. The smaller the brush, the less water will hold. So, it's great for detailing, not so much for large surfaces, but I want to keep, like I said, I want to keep that crisp edge. So this one, oopsie, blood in there. It's okay. Can't fix any of the bleeds, especially on the inside within the outer shape, and just paint over them in the proper color. I just don't want to have to go around the edges in white, because white paint is probably, titanium white is probably going to be brighter than the white in the board that I'm using. So if I go white, I'm gonna have to go around the whole thing. It just seems like more work that I want to do. If there's no choice, there's no choice. But trying to work smarter, not harder. So acrylic dries really fast, so this part should be already done, dried by the time I finished the top. So now I'm just gonna blend a darker blue, and with the small brush, get some more deep. Try to start building out some stronger details. I want to maintain the black undervalues or the black values from the underpainting. I'm trying not to really go over those areas, but around them. Not an incredibly exciting process. So many different ways to work with acrylic paints. Look, I really like why I really enjoy using it. You can use it like a watercolor. So it's one thing here where it just washes and really wet. You can go extremely wet on wet, which is why you'll see a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, where they do these paintings where they just drop paint on the canvas and using a big brush, something just kind of blend it. You could put an extender medium into it, which will make it dry a lot slower, which I'm told gives a very similar feel as oils when you're working with it. I haven't really used oils ever, so I'm not sure if that's true, but it is a nice approach. It does help blend better. I did that on. I don't always use that technique because it does slow down the process, just because the drying time on the paints gets longer, right? Which is what it's supposed to do. But yeah, I'm not always in the mood to wait a couple hours for paint to fully cure. So acrylics are very versatile, and very forgiving because you can always go over it an area and repaint it if you want to make a mistake, or if you change your mind. I had a few sketch cards over the years that I completely repainted because I don't like them or the character ended up being banned. To just let them dry. Easiest way is to just repaint the whole thing. Just do a wash of gesso on it, a layer of gesso, let that dry, and it's like working with a new canvas. And no one's the wiser. Does add a nice degree of thickness to the paper when you gesso it though. So like what I found with MM20 cardstock or Premier cardstock, which is specifically Premier because that's a very thick card. Using paint, like light paint doesn't really make a difference, but using heavy layers of paint or even gesso will add like a millimeter to the thickness of the card. So then they don't fit in top loaders or even like the Premier cards I worked on, specifically the APs. I never tried the pack inserts. They're so thick that 100-point magnetic one touch doesn't really work. Like you can squeeze it in there, but it's super tight in there. So just something to be aware of if anyone cares. And the more paint you put on it, the thicker it's going to get. You got to go up to the next size top loader. Never mind that the penny sleeves also don't fit them. Got to go to the extra large magnums. Magnum, it's magnificent. And so I'm doing the same thing I did on the chin. I'm doing on the top of the head. This part should be dry, so I'm starting to darken out. Get a little darker with the values between the blacks and the blues, just so it blends better. I can see here around the top of his mouth is actually a strange texture, so I'm going to have to, I think I didn't go dark enough with the black, so I'm going to have to go back in once that part's dry and just redo the blacks. part of it is the paper I'm using. This is a comic book backing board. Not sure why I decided to use that, but I like the convenience of having pre-cut boards that will fit in a bag. Easier than having stacks of watercolor sheets floating all over my office and my home. At least I can protect them. I guess I could just cut watercolor sheets to fit in a comic bag, but that'd be too easy. Just gotta check on something. So some headlines. I don't know how much of it is speculation, how much of it is truth, and I should probably do my research. It's a lot of changes happening over at DC Comics. There's people saying that Jim Lee's leaving, and whether it's true or not, I don't know. But it's going to be a whole new world as far as the comic book industry goes if Jim Lee leaves DC Comics. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. So it looks, we're looking at the camera, it looks a lot darker than it is, and part of it is because the paint's so wet and it's got that sheen, but as it's going to dry, it will be lighter. And when this is the base blue, so once I go in, once I'll go in with the lighter blues and start picking out the highlights, we're going to get the form defined. Now I'm going to light them from the top, so that's why it's so dark under the lip, because I like to give Venom a little bit of a lip, a little Venom lip, and under the eyes. It's going to get lighter towards the top. I need to let this sit for 10 minutes or so and fully settle. Before I go any further, I want to get in the inside of the mouth and start working on the tongue, but I want to make sure that the blue is nice and dry just in case there's some bleed. I don't want to end up with some unplanned purples. Definitely gonna need to go on with some purples at one point to bring it all together, but not quite yet. I'll just, yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mute my mic and just let it sit and dry. So let me get some more coffee in the meantime. Just want to get a little bit more detail on the forehead here before I pause. The beautiful thing. The great thing about Venom is that he's such an organic character that, I mentioned it before, why I like painting him. He's not my favorite character, and by any means in terms of fandom, but he is my favorite character to paint because his organic design and just his overall aesthetic is so chaotic and so loose that symmetry is not necessarily an issue, and neither is anatomy. He's one of those characters that just looks cool. So as long as you make him look cool, there's no wrong representation of Venom, really. I mean, some of the diehard fans may have different opinions on the subject, but for me, he's got wrinkles everywhere, or he can be wrinkled everywhere, and he's got muscles on top of muscles because he's an alien. Just a few key features. Get the nice menacing eyes. Gotta have the big old tongue, and whether it's the skinny tongue or the thick tongue doesn't really matter. Just preference at the end of the day. But he's unmistakable. Big teeth, and sometimes I like to draw the teeth more kind of in line, but there's lots of art where his teeth are kind of all over the place and just sticking out in different directions. I don't mind that. I just most of the time prefer to do his teeth like this, where they're kind of attached to a jaw and there's some logical composition behind it. But could do them all crazy and all over the place or local. Wouldn't make a difference. So it's still gonna look like Venom. Okay, so let me get a slightly bigger brush here. I am gonna do a loose red wash on the inside of the mouth right now, and then let it all settle for a bit. And this is just to give me some values. And it's a very diluted wash. It's just going to be pink value in his gums, and I don't care that I'm going over the teeth, so I'm going to paint over the teeth after. So a little red tint to them is not going to make a difference. It's actually, it helps with the overall form because the teeth being shiny, they would reflect what's around them. In this case, all the red. So actually, no, maybe I should give him a, no, never mind. I was going to give him, just wash over the teeth in red anyways, but I'm not going to. Just want to make sure I don't really have any white spots. Again, I want to make sure I get a nice crisp edge. Keep a nice crisp edge on it, and let that settle for 10 minutes. We're losing focus again. I'm not sure why the camera keeps on losing focus. Like I'm not changing the settings. What is that? What's the sweet spot? There we go. Stay there. Hey Donald, what's going on, buddy? Just about to take a little break and let this settle. So you tuned in at the perfect time to watch paint dry for 10 minutes. But it won't take long. It's really warm in here, and this stuff dries really quick. Okay, my marker died, so I'm just trying to write a sign that says watching paint dry. I'll be right back. Yeah, StreamYard's super easy to use, right? Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for a couple of minutes. I don't want to do a separate stream, so I'm just gonna leave this for now. I'll mute myself, but I'll be back in about 10 minutes. And we're back. Wasn't that exciting? This is riveting, isn't it? That's pretty dry. The issue I have with this, with using a backing board though, is that it's not the greatest paper and doesn't like to get wet. It's like a gremlin. Magway. It gets a weird texture, but yeah, I'll paint over it, so whatever. Rivet. Oh, you actually watched. Well, that's some dedication. Okay, 230. All right. I'm gonna start building in the details inside the mouth. That's just black with. This is annoying. Red mixed with black. More pigment in the paint this time around. All right. Get any new new toys for the collection? Use the term toys, but anything new, exciting? Well, I meant to ask you, do you, I know you're like all in on Doctor Strange. Do you have all the movie posters? So I'm just doing a shadow underneath his lip. It's going to be lit from the top. His lip is going to cast a shadow on his gums. And it's also going to help define that edge there. And it's just a mixture of the red, which is amazing here, a deep red with black. I might need to go in with a much smaller brush. Oh, damn, you're a busy boy. 300 dog tag trading card sticker packs. Oh, that AP's got to be sick. That's some good work. Do hope you're going to share. I'm getting any water in my brush. Come in here. There we go. Which song, which Pink Floyd song has the Doctor Strange lyric? I think I might need to use the French curves for the bottom of the tongue here. It's a very delicate curve. I'll do that when I'm doing the tongue though. I need to make sure I get enough edge contrast between the tongue and the inside of the mouth. I'm just hitting it with some diluted black now to really darken that area. Huh. Cymbeline. Okay, well, look that up. It's well, I'm sure you know. It's kind of amazing how ingrained Doctor Strange is in so many different aspects of pop culture. Considering that he really isn't such a that popular of a character. Um, in mainstream pop culture. I do have to applaud you for taking on this. Whoop, sorry, just get the camera stand. For taking on this Doctor Strange collection. Yeah, trippy hip hop, trippy hippie stuff. Yeah, I'm sure they were all about spiritualism and all the bright colors and alternate worlds. I get it. So let me ask you, what eventually you'll have everything Doctor Strange, or close to having everything Doctor Strange. Then what? You gonna move on to another character? Start over? Check on my thing here. That's true. If they're going to start seeding him in every other show, all kinds of new merchandise. Plus, there's a sequel. Did they announce? Did they announce a date for WandaVision, or was that the Falcon Winter Soldier thing? I thought I saw something the other day, but not really paying attention, or I wasn't paying attention. I just messed up here. Did they announce a date for WandaVision? Like when that's actually going to broadcast? Well, broadcast, stream? Oh, okay. Shooting is wrapped on WandaVision. I'd have to get a Disney Plus subscription just for that. And actually watch The Mandalorian, see what the big whoop's all about. Not sure how I'm going to tackle the tongue yet. So I'm just going to try. So there's no way I'm getting this done today. I've got maybe another hour before I gotta wrap it up. So still tons of work to go. But then this might be a nice weekend project between commissions. Originally I was going to use this sketch as a test for markers. It's about some markers, but I tested the markers on a piece of Bristol, and I really did not like the way they blended. Turns out it was just really crap paper. So then I said I'm going to do this in paint, not to risk ruining the sketch, because I really liked, well, still really liked the original drawing. But doing this in paint is especially the amount of detail I wanted to get on it, very time consuming, as you can see. So I doubt I'll have any time to work on it during the week, because I gotta get back to commissions before the villagers get too restless. But that'll give this piece a really nice, like a good 5-6 days to really settle. Oh, actually, you know what? I'll probably, if Warner streams on Wednesday, maybe I'll hop on that and work on this some more then. That would be part 3. Because I started this, I did a sketch on a stream, did the pencil transfer offline, and then started the underpainting with on the stream with Sean Forney and and Rodney Fike on their Friday night draw stream. And get some more work on it done on here today. I'll get some more work on it done on Warner stream. That'll be good. So most of the process fully documented across like 4 or 5 different channels. So I'm trying to figure out how to best handle the tongue. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is give it another wash. Cool, thanks, buddy. Thanks for tuning in, and catch you later. I lost some of my lines. I was gonna do a saliva thing, like a Venom, of actual Venom, and I totally forgot about it. There's a little bit of the drip there, and oops, I have to redraw that. Much for maintaining clean edges. This paper is not as great as I was hoping. It's starting to peel and get these weird kind of look like dust bunnies, which means the paper's too wet. So I think we're going to go to another drawing phase. So let that dry. The mouth and tongue area dry. Maybe do a bit of a wash on the eyes in the meantime. Slow process. Small brush, under a small brush. So what I'm going to do now is with a very light gray. Hopefully this brush is not too small. Go over the eyes, because nothing should be pure white. The whites are going to come at the end in the shape of highlights, or the form of highlights. But can't highlight the white with white, so it needs to have a different tone. Also, by painting it over in a light gray, I can adjust the edges and fix any of the overpaints from the blue. This is actually gray, not just watered down black. So just white with just a touch of gray. And on he goes. My paint's starting to dry. It's the paint mixed on my palette. It's not great because I didn't mix enough paint for both eyes. I'm just hoping to get the same value. Ooh, hopefully I don't dip my finger. Out here too. Looks small. There we go. Let's venomize. Oh, rain really kicked in. There we go. Maybe if I should do the teeth too while I'm at it. Yeah. How am I doing on time here? It's a very slow process. Maybe I'll do about 252. That might have been a mistake. Got some teeth. Those bunnies, those paper bunnies I was talking about on there. They're popping up on the tongue because it's too wet. Getting into the whites, but you can already start seeing if I add white, blend that one out. But once I come in with the whites later, it's going to actually help make the teeth pop. I still need to go in with a darker gray and start giving them form. Probably do a yellowish gray tone first, but because the light's coming from the top, let's see if I start blocking in the shadow on the teeth. Starting to look like fangs, which is what we want. I'm talking to third person because we are Venom. A little too wet. I'm getting a little carried away with the detail. I'm doing the teeth at this point because I'm going to have to repaint them anyways, but what the hell. Looks cool. Like I said earlier, Venom is all about just looking cool. As long as it looks good. Sorry, as long as it looks cool, it's good. Starting to take some shape on the teeth there, but I don't want them gray, so I'm kind of just overworking this for no reason now, but it is fun. I got a couple more minutes before I got to bounce off. Um, oh, fantastic. And there's power outages all over the place. Crazy windstorm, which is not great. right, that's about as far as we'll take it today. This has to sit and dry, and then gotta figure out what to do about this crap on the tongue. But yeah, all in, I'm pretty happy with the progress. Taking a little longer than I had planned, but yeah, got nothing but time. It's not a commission, there's no rush. Though, you know, if you're watching this and you think to yourself, that's some Venom I need in my life, hit me up. It will go up for sale once it's done. Promise myself that I'm not going to add any more pieces to the incomplete painting pile. So I'm trying to finish off everything I'm doing. Yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in to this. How long has it been? Almost 2 hours. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking it out. We'll catch you next time.